Danny Flexen here for Seconds Out. Delighted to be joined by Ted Cheeseman, hoping to regain the British Super Welterweight title in a couple of weeks. How's it all going? We spoke a few weeks ago, but obviously you're towards the end of camp now. You can see you've been sparring, obviously, as usual. How's it been going?
Yeah, camp's gone really, really well this time. You know what I mean? Everything's gone good. I'm improving a lot. Obviously, I got that bit of confidence back, so I'm happy in the gym. I'm enjoying boxing, coming off a win last fight, and I'm just looking forward to going and do the business on March 6th.
You're a seasoned pro now, so what areas do you focus on in terms of improvement now? Because you've got the basics now down. There's no question about
Yeah,
that. You've been in 12-round fights. Fitness is always good. So what are the
yeah.
little elements that you need to go to that next level?
It's tactics and obviously using my experience to know when to do what's right. You get what I mean? Like sometimes you're gonna need to fight. Sometimes you need to box. Don't overcompensate one if you need to sort of be doing both. You know what I mean? Just sort of getting things right. It's using the experience I've picked up and making sure I use it to my full advantage instead of um, just doing whatever. Do you know what I mean? I need to obviously with Tony, what the stuff we're working on is making sure I'm doing the right stuff at the right time all the time and saving energy when I need to save energy, wasting energy when I need to waste energy, like when I need to sort of like go fully in. And that's the main thing of it is tactically. Do you know what I mean? It's like obviously with JJ, you don't know exactly what he's going to do. He's a boxer. He can fight. Obviously, you don't know how he's going to react when he's in there with me because he ain't fought no one like me. So you're sort of going into a bit the unknown. So you just got to prepare always and get every aspect ready to do the business.
Has most of your sparring for this been in-house with other members of the team, or have you had people in from outside?
They're mostly in house, but we've done a few rounds with Sam Gillis, a few rounds with Lee Cutler, who hopefully fights Saturday night in the Bassy. A couple of other fighters were mainly in house, like Felix, Connor. Um, sparring's gone really well. You know what I mean? And little things, it's like things that you don't really realize that makes such a big difference. Obviously, I ain't going to go into too much, but little things we've been doing, and it's just made stuff a lot easier with my style and made myself a lot more better defensively and defensively while I'm offensive. If you know what I mean, like so, I'm defending better while attacking and stuff, and everything's gone really really well, and I'm excited to get in there now. And I feel like rejuvenated, if you get what I mean. Like I had my bad times, and now I'm back on a winning run, and I look to push on my career. Obviously, I've got to get past JJ first, but I'm feeling confident.
How important is this fight in terms of your future progression, like getting onto the world scene? Because you're both ranked by the IBF, aren't you?
Yeah, like this is a massive fight. Really and truly on paper, it's you could have it could be classed as eliminator, even though it ain't gonna be. Like he's number 5 in the world, I'm number 7 in the world. Whoever wins gonna go into that top 5, and you never know what's around the corner from there, do you?
How far away do you feel you are if one of the champions did pick you out as a voluntary defence? Is that something you'd want now, or do you want another few fights first?
Obviously, of course, you want it now. Like you can't say no if you get that opportunity. And I've had hard enough fights. Do you get what I mean? At British level and European level, so it's sort of I've had enough fights to prove myself at this level. So it's now I just need to get this win out of the way with. Obviously, it's not. I'm not talking as it's an easy fight, and I've just got to get a win. But I've got to win this fight, put on a good performance on this fight, win this fight, and then we can push on from there. But I don't need another 3 or 4 hard domestic battles. You know what I mean? I need something that actually means something to me, and like to push towards something.
Will you always want that Sergio Garcia rematch? Because I know you view him as the only one who genuinely beat you. It might not have been the best version of yourself in there on the
Yeah.
night, but the other things that have gone against you have been controversial decisions and so on. Is that a
Yeah,
rematch you're always going to want?
yeah, definitely. But it's one of the things. It's like boxing. As much as it's with Sergio Garcia, it's like he's in a bit of a stalemate position. Like he ain't got a big promoter. Um, it's sort of by like unless he vacated the belt and got a world title shot and won a world title. Like obviously you'd want to push for that fight. You know what I mean? I love that rematch. But again, it's like it's a hard fight for what? You know what I mean? As much as I'd love to have the rematch and beat him, well, but you're gonna get like no good. Like you'll get more money at domestic level fights, and you're gonna have less risk. Do you know what I mean? So why do you want to take that risk when the reward ain't there? Do you know what I mean? If he becomes a world title, like world champion, I'd love to go and like that be part of my story of coming back, winning a British title again, going ahead again and pushing to get the rematch with Garcia.
Now we're talking about questionable decisions. I don't know if you saw the boxing at the weekend, but there was a Kiko Martinez Zelfa Barrett verdict, drew a lot of controversy. Eddie Hearn was critical of it after the fight as well. Just
Yeah.
tell us a little bit about what you think the problem could be with British officiating, because you've felt that you did enough to beat Conway. It was called a draw, enough to beat Fitzgerald. It went his
Yeah.
way. Is it that they're all looking for different things? What do you think it might be?
You know what? I actually thought about this a lot when I was in my bad run because when I boxed Kieran Conway, I come forward the whole fight.
Mm,
And I thought to myself, maybe because what they said the last fight, I was getting hit a lot because I just put my hands down against Garcia. They don't like me coming forward. So I boxed the whole fight on the back foot with Conway. And I think one of the same judges gives the exact same score as what they did against me as they did with the Fitzgerald fight. And I boxed on the back foot. I thought it can't be Styles because if he likes back foot boxing, I'll just box on the back foot and he give it against me again. So I don't know. I think listen, it's hard. Like you don't want to sit here and slag judges off because it's a hard job. But I think there's a lot of pressure on them. Plus, if they got a good relationship with certain coaches and certain teams, they're going to have favourable. Like if a round's close and a fighter believes they've done enough to win it, if they think it's really close, they're going to give it to their fighter they prefer, aren't they? It's like anything. If we was watching a fight and it was a Brit fighting and we thought the round was close, straight away you'd want sort of the Brit to win the round. But it's a hard job for anyone. But the scores were ridiculous. Like, look, well done to Silver Barrett. I'm glad he got the decision because he's a fellow Brit again.
sure.
But in my head, watching the fight, being honest, not sitting on the fence, I had it either one round to Kiko Martinez or a draw. And a draw was like being fair. Do you know what I mean? One round to him, I wouldn't have complained, but I thought a draw would have been a fair result. And 118, 111 was a ridiculous scoring. So, like, with me, I look back and I think when I boxed Garcia, I think it was a split decision. And I think, my God, I'd love to have that judge every time I fight. All I got to do is turn up.
It's like
Yeah.
Mayweather against Canelo.
Yeah. Listen, it is a hard job. So, like, you can't, but I think we have sometimes you see there's maybe relationships with other coaches and teams and stuff, and it helps sway the judge make the decision. Do you know what I mean? If it's close, they're just thinking, all right. And some judges are probably thinking, all right, Silver Barrett's on the up, Kiko Martinez is like sort of on his way out. Do you know what I mean? So they both got different aspirations, like and um, they're probably thinking, all right, we're better off giving the closer rounds to Silver Barrett because he's got a whole career ahead of him. But with Kiko Martinez, it's done really. Like, but if you deserve to win, you deserve to win. But everyone needs a bit of luck, and hopefully one day I might need that bit of luck and get it. But yeah, it just ain't happened to me yet.
And before I let you go, because I know there's other people waiting to speak to you, just tell people out there what they can expect from the fight between you and JJ on March 6th.
I think it's going to be a really good fight. I think our styles should gel well, and I think no matter what fight I'm in, it's never a boring one. So
It's true.
just tune in, and you'll be entertained.
Brilliant. All right. Well, I really appreciate the time, mate. Best to Jenna and your son, obviously, as well. We'll speak to you soon.
Cheers, Dan. All right, thanks a lot, mate. I'll speak
Take
to you
care,
soon.
mate. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Right.
Thanks.